Toy Story is coming to Brawl Stars, and with it comes 3 new brawlers that are actually more like 5 new brawlers. And 2 of these brawlers are going to be absolutely free, and I'll tell you how. We've got 2v2 game modes coming, along with other new modes like Brawl Hockey. You'll also get a bunch of free Brawl of Days gifts, as well as Mega Pig is turning into Mega Tree with way better rewards. Of course, brand new Hypercharges and a bunch of cool new skins with some hidden balance changes that I found. So kick back and relax, because I'm going to break it all down for you right now. Now, the first of these 3 new brawlers coming is going to be Buzz Lightyear. He is the one that everyone is going to be getting for free, and when you unlock him, he is already at max level, power level infinity, and ready to go. However, Buzz is actually 3 brawlers in one. Quite literally. Buzz Lightyear has 3 different modes, and they all play very differently than one another, and they also have different abilities. He has a laser, saber, and wing mode. Now, the laser mode is a long-range marksman. He fires a single shot that does pretty high damage at 2,320 per shot, but also will leave a burn damage that ticks for 160 damage per tick. The laser mode super fires off a bunch of smaller lasers in a cone that deal 1,000 damage per laser and also inflict burn damage. In this mode, he has 6,000 hit points, so pretty tanky for a long-range brawler. Now, his second mode is called Saber mode. This mode, he is a melee brawler that swings his saber in a big arc similar to BB while dealing 2,400 damage per hit. Now, in Saber mode, he has a much higher 9,000 hit points, and while not full-on tank level, that's still quite a bit. In this mode for his super, he goes up into the air and then flies down forward, smashing any enemy he hits for almost 2,000 damage and knocking them back as well. His movement speed also looks very fast in Saber mode as well. And for his last mode, it's called Wing mode. And with this, he fires 2 smaller shots that deal more damage the closer you are to an enemy. We can see damage ranging anywhere from 900 from afar to 2,000 up close, but that's just one of the projectiles, so up close, he actually deals 4,000 damage per shot, which means if all of your shots hit, you just dealt 12,000 damage, which is absolutely bananas. Now, for his super in this mode, he also flies forward, but he drops bombs along the path, dealing 700 damage per bomb. And just like Saber mode, he also seems to be moving very fast. So all 3 of these modes are really good, and I'm going to test all of them out. But a couple things to note. First off, he does have a hypercharge, but it's just stats and it doesn't have any specially modified super. Second, he will only be playable from the 12th of December to the 4th of January. He also has his own mastery track, and it seems to be quite abridged, as it only takes 16,000 mastery points to reach the end of it, making reaching that end much more feasible, and in the process getting all of the rewards, including his title, which is To Infinity and Beyond. Now, while they didn't show it in action, we do see the gadget icon, and from the looks of it, it looks to be some sort of dash. Now, in-game, it showed he had gear icons, but in the brief view we had of Buzz in the lobby, it looks like he doesn't have any star powers and no actual gears. And the final thing to note here is that the trophies that you receive on Buzz Lightyear will not go to your normal trophies. They will only go straight to your season trophies. So not only does that mean you're not going to be gaining any trophies, real trophies with him, you will be gaining trophies towards your season box. Now, that's a lot of info to take in on one brawler, but don't worry, because I'm going to be showing you every mode of Buzz Lightyear in depth versus every brawler in Brawl Stars in a sneak peek video very soon, so be sure to subscribe for that. Now, the next of the new brawlers is an epic brawler named Meeple. Meeple is a game master who doesn't allow anyone to cheat, except himself. Now, Meeple is a mid-range brawler with only 5,200 hit points, so not the tankiest. His shot does deal 2,600 damage at max level, but this shot also homes in on targets slightly, sort of like Piper's homemade recipe gadget, but not nearly as strong. So you'll be hitting more shots than normal. Not that I know anybody who misses any shots, but yeah. Now, Meeple's reload speed does appear to be pretty darn slow, but you can increase the damage of a shot by shooting through walls. However, to do that, you need to use your super. With this super, he throws down an area that, if you stand in it, you and your teammates can shoot through walls. Now, I noticed that when he did this, his shots got ramped up to 3,200 damage instead of 2,600. Now, that may be just a normal ability or mechanic of the brawler, or it it could possibly be a star power as well, since they didn't specifically mention it. Now, normally, Brawl Stars doesn't show us gadgets in Brawl Talks, but here we do see one of Meeple's gadgets. With this gadget engaged, his next shot puts up a wall of dice around his target, trapping brawlers inside, which I guess he could probably just block himself off as well if he wanted to be safe. He then uses his super to allow him to shoot inside the box, taking out the enemy in there with 0 resistance, which looks really freaking cool. Now, with these sort of abilities, I'm guessing that Meeple will probably be a control brawler, and as such, maybe not the strongest, but with the ability to pierce walls, trap enemies, and have homing shots, sounds pretty useful. But of course, I'll show you all about him in a sneak peek very soon. And the last of the 3 new brawlers is Ollie. Ollie is a mythic tank who rides on a hoverboard and brings a brand new ability never before seen to Brawl Stars: a taunt. Ollie has 11,200 hit points at max level, which is quite a bit. Now, for his main shot, he shoots out music in a small cone that will pierce enemies. However, it does only deal a mediocre 1,700 damage. The cool part here is that when you use his super, he will dash forward and start playing music around him. After a couple of seconds, the music takes over all enemies around him and they will become hypnotized by it and they will start following him. While they are taunted or hypnotized, they cannot attack, but Ollie can. However, when he uses his super, it looks like that Ollie himself cannot attack, as we see the big red symbol. And while he makes himself vulnerable for a short time, if he's able to get this ability off, the full loss of control and protection for the enemies is going to be really devastating. So you'll either want to kill him while he cannot attack, or just get the heck out of range of that super. Now, once again, Brawl Stars, I think, have shown us another gadget, as it looks like Ollie can, well, Ollie over walls. I mean, I guess specifically he does a kickflip on his hoverboard, but yeah. Overall, Ollie seems to be a very different style of tank. He's going to be very dangerous in controlling an enemy, and I bet making some really big plays, luring enemies away from objectives or into danger, even if he himself doesn't deal the most damage. So I hear you like Hypercharges. Yeah, me too. Well, we are getting 6 new ones with this update. Gray is getting one that allows him to put down an extra set of portals. So if you have a portal down and then hypercharge, your next portal, you'll get 2 sets, and the hypercharge one will give your team a 1,000 hit point shield when going through this. Used with the right comp, this is going to be incredibly scary. Janet, when hypercharged in her super, will have full control of flight, even allowing her to hover, so no more ring around the rosy when she's in the air. Basically, you're just cooked. Now, Ashes is pretty simple, but scary. He's going to spawn twice as many rats to charge at you. Lethal, unless of course you can pierce enemies. Eve's also looks incredibly dangerous, as when she uses her hypercharged super, it will continue to spawn hatchlings until either it's destroyed or it decays fully. Now, against single shot brawlers and brawlers with low reload speed, this one's going to be absolutely insane. For Barry, his hypercharged super will be twice as wide, painting a huge area with damage and healing. And for Melody, when she uses her hypercharge, every time she dashes with her super, she will spawn an extra note, which will give her up to 6 notes spinning around her. Goodbye to the high safe. Oh, I got a question for you. Do you like free stuff? Yeah, I thought so. Well, Brawl of Days have returned, and with it, a bunch of free gifts. Now, on day 1, of course, you're going to be getting Buzz Lightyear to play, as well as everyone else will, and I fully expect the servers to completely explode. Now, in the Brawl Talk, we don't get to see the entire gift tracked, but we do get to see a small glimpse. There's things like player icons, random presents, pins, and normally on the last day we get some kind of cool skin or something big, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out what it is. What? No spoilers.
Oh, come on, man.
Also because I don't know what it is. So there's that. Now, I always like to see if I can go and find some kind of hidden balance changes that are coming into the game, and naturally, I found a few buffs and nerfs. The first buff that I found is for El Primo. Here you can see he has 12,600 hit points, whereas in the current build, he only has 1,200. Now, the next buff I found is in this extremely short clip for Maisie. Her main attack deals 3,000 damage to Buzz Lightyear instead of her usual 2,800. And Maisie could honestly use a buff, so this is probably going to help her out. The next brawler who looks like he's getting a buff buff is Miko. Here you can see his health is at 6,600, which is up from 6,000 in the current game. And the final buff I found is for Charlie. Her health is up to 7,000 as opposed to 6,600, which she currently has in game. But it's not all fun and games because I did find a few brawlers with some nerfs as well. Mo is the first brawler I found for a nerf, and if you look closely here, you can see that his super deals 1,200 damage to Sam and Jessie, and a little bit less to Belle because she has a shield, but this is down from 1,600 damage, which his super currently has in game. Now another big nerf that I found was for Surge. During his gameplay, he has 6,000 health, which is down from 6,600, and Surge is extremely dominant at the moment, so this should help take him down a notch. Some other things, however, that could kick the game up a notch are big events, and we have a couple that are coming. First up is Mega Pig, but it's not a pig anymore, it's a tree. Because that makes sense. Does anything in Brawl Stars make sense? With this event, it'll work just like Mega Pig, but this time it'll be all about collecting presents. Now your club will work as a team, so
if you're not in a club, join a club.
Keep getting wins to collect presents, and on Christmas Day, everyone can open up their presents together, like a virtual family. Now it looks like these presents will be opened individually as they work like star drops, where you can progress through rarities including legendary presents. Unless of course you're on the naughty list, then you just get bling. I must be pretty naughty actually. All I get is bling. Now you can get some of the new holiday skins, resources, and even gems too. Now there's probably brawlers in there as well, but I'm not for sure. I will however test that out tomorrow. Next up we have the Pizza Planet event with the Toy Story collab coming January 2nd and will last about a month. If you participate in this event, you'll be able to get Surge Lightyear skin as well as the new brawler Meeple for free. During the event, you're going to earn pizza slices, which you can use to purchase offers in the arcade shop. Now, I'll get into the offers here in just a minute, but to earn pizza slices, you can complete special quests or win games towards the new leaderboard event, similar to the one that we just had in the Angels vs. Demons event. The higher up you place on the leaderboard, the more pizza you will earn. Every game you win using one of your tickets, you will earn a point towards the leaderboard. You'll gain more points by winning games faster, dealing damage, healing, completing objectives, and taking down brawlers. The better you play, the more points you'll earn. And of course, your points will only be added to the leaderboard if you win your match. Just like in school, you gotta put in the work if you want your pizza party. Which I never got the pizza party. You'll also earn 10 pizza slices for free by logging in every day and collecting the free calendar rewards. After a week of logging on and collecting these free slices, you'll also be able to unlock Surge Lightyear for free. So what do you do with these pizza slices? I mean, well, you eat them, duh. Or, I mean, you can also use them in the arcade shop. In the arcade shop, you can purchase skins, currencies, hypercharges, presents, and if you save enough of your pizza slices, you'll also be able to unlock the new brawler Meeple. In fact, there will be no special offer for Meeple, so if you want to unlock her straight away, be sure to save up those pizza slices. Now, taking a look at the other offers here, it looks very similar to the Krusty Krab event, where they put a bunch of resources together, as well as some cool new cosmetics, which looks pretty dope. Now, another free thing that you can claim every day is the offer given to you by The Claw. Now, we don't know what goodies will be in these offers, but I mean, it's free, so can you really complain? I mean, actually, you probably will complain, but you shouldn't. In this event, you'll also play 2v2 variations of standard game modes, including the brand new air hockey and special delivery game mode. Now, there are a bunch of new and returning game modes coming in this update, and the most exciting one of these has to be Brawl Hockey, or it's kind of like, it's air hockey. Now, this mode looks to be a tuned up version of Brawl Ball, where instead of kicking a ball, you shoot a slippery puck, which slides around the field much faster than a Brawl Ball does. Now, on top of that, the goal is slightly bigger, so it's going to be hard to defend the net. However, you do need to score 3 times instead of 2 to win a game of Brawl Hockey, so the game shouldn't end too quickly. This game mode looks to be super fun, and I am really excited to play it, although I kind of wish you could just like check people into the walls. That'd be pretty fun. Now, the next new mode coming to Brawl Stars is Special Delivery. Basically, they took payload and they combined both carts into one. Pineapple, apple, payload. Whoever pushes the cart to the opposite end first is the winner. It's sort of like tug of war, where I imagine you're both going to be pushing the cart back and forth up the field as you lose and gain control. And while this is just a variation of payload, I think it's going to be much more engaging as everyone is going to be focused on one objective instead of two. On top of the new game modes we're getting, you'll also be able to play 2v2 variations of standard modes in the Pizza Planet event. Now, the 2v2 modes that they mentioned are going to be available are going to be Brawl Ball, Knockout, Gym Grab, Brawl Hockey, and Special Delivery. And I can't wait to try out the new 2v2 modes, as now you're going to have one less random throw in your game, so grab your best friend and get to winning. Wait a second. I have no friends. Crap. Now, of course, what's a new update without a bunch of cool new skins? And we have plenty of them. Starting with the Toy Story skins, naturally, we're going to be getting Jessie. I mean, how could they not make this skin? We have Bo Peep BB, which is probably the most feminine we've ever seen BB looking. Then there's Woody Colt, who is looking mighty fine, partner. And then, of course, we have Surge Lightyear, who is going to be free in the Pizza Planet shop. Definitely a dope skin. Now, along with the Toy Story season, we are getting some toy skins as well. There's going to be Pop Penny, which is like a little figurine, and even in game, her feet don't move, which is pretty cute. It kind of looks like this.
Don't look at my birdie.
That was kind of weird. We have Cuddly Kit, who is a stuffed animal, as well as Loopy Lola, who is pretty cool looking, but also kind of creepy. And then we have Pop-Up Daryl. Now, they reference that he was the
most intense toy that ever existed.
But I honestly don't get it, so help me out in the comments. Now, there's some classic Brawl of Days skins that are coming back, like Logmas Spike, but also some new recolors. We've got Sugar Bomb Mike, which is a recolor of Santa Mike, and then Rain Bear Nita, a recolor of Reindeer Nita. And speaking of reindeers, Bonnie's getting a new Brawl of Days skin, complete with a red-nosed cannon and a reindeer outfit. And then, of course, we have Jolly Janet, who is now an elf that has a little bell. Pretty cool. Now, the Star Force skins are coming back next season with Kenji on the Brawl Pass and his new Heavy Kenji skin. The super animation on this one looks really cool with like a laser dragon coming out of the ground. And then there's Moon Driller Mo. And while the model doesn't look like crazy, the animations on the shots and the super do look really awesome. Nita is getting yet another really cool skin with Runner Nita. Both the models and the animations on this one are pretty fire. And then Gray finally gets a cool new skin with Giganticus Gray, or however you say it. Regardless, he looks like an evil villain with portals that look wicked cool. Then there is Star Horse Barry. He hovers, he has galactic ice cream, and he looks pretty dang cool. And then finally we have Extraterrestrial Eve. What can I say? It's Eve, but in a new spaceship. It's pretty gnarly. Now in February, we are getting the good random skins. Melody will be the Brawl Pass skin of the season with a couple of color variations, but she is not the only one, and the other ones are pretty cool in my opinion. We have Quit Playing Poco with his electric guitar and digital music waves. Then we have Bye Bye Buzz, who I am totally in sync with. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. Buzz, bye, bye, bye. Don't put that in there. He throws his gold record to hook onto people. And then there is Wood River Stew with cool super animations and even better dance moves. There are some Brawlentine skins coming in February with Romantic Mike, where he throws explosive flowers. And I guess that's one way to get a date, or at least what's left of them. And of course, Cupid Bow is looking to make some matches as well. Then we have a handful of cheaper 29 gem skins with Jungle Gene, Galactic Gale, who for a 29 gem skin, it's a pretty cool model. We've got Maverick Crow, we've got Robo Pit. Wait, Crow skin? Did somebody say? Ooh. It's like a Top Gun fighter pilot skin, and it's only 29 gems? Yeah, I'm buying it. And then we have Robo Penny, who I love the colors on this skin, like purple and teal. It's my colors. And then last but certainly not least is the World Finals Leon skin in celebration of Humble winning the Brawl Championship. Now, if you think that was a lot, well, actually, you haven't seen everything yet. So be sure to come back tomorrow and I will show you even more cool stuff that's coming in this next Brawl Stars update. Peace out.